Hey everyone, in today's video, we're going to see about context engineering. We all know that LLM can take heavy text. We write prompts, we give prompts with examples, we refine prompts sometimes in order to get proper response from LLM. But some of the time where we fail to stop hallucination from LLM because there will be lack of information about it. In general, it can think about certain things. Even we can add web source in order to search and give the exact information. But out of context, sometimes it may deviate into some other topic and give us hallucinated results. To avoid that, we have RAG. But even in RAG, how we know to give the exact source for LLM? For that, we have context engineering. It is nothing but the art of giving AI the right information to think and elaborate for the required answers that we want from user's prompt. So let's get started with a few examples that I have and what are the things that we can include in context engineering. So let's say an AI is a new coworker. If someone has joined newly, they won't have much information about their coworkers. So if we ask them to make something to eat, that doesn't know like what the user is preferred to eat. In general, the first answer that it can generate easily to make for users, it will do. It won't understand, it won't know that the user have allergic to certain food or conditions they have, or vegetarian or non-vegetarian. So it does not know. So in general, we just asked it to make something to eat. So the AI guesses randomly, maybe a sushi or a cake, no idea about your allergy. So it does not know any of that, as I said. Now we are giving context to it. I'm a vegetarian. It's a cold outside. So I have pasta and tomatoes, and I want something in 20 minutes. So the AI will just give a pasta recipe and just made, which can be made in 15 minutes. So this is what context engineering do. You just be specific to it. Think about someone who's new, who don't know about anything about you. So you just give context about them, introducing something about yourself to it in order to perform the task. So this is how it works. As basic understanding, I just gave in that way. So when we are giving like entire application that we wanted to build using context engineering, so we give system prompts. It is a simple explanation about the task. So I want to build a translator. So whenever I give a language, it should translate in Chinese or any language, Spanish. So knowledge base, what I'm giving is the sources which can be used for translation. Here I just took a travel assistant as my prompt, so who can speak French and English. So I just gave some of the information about Paris weather and the top attractions in Paris. I just gave that. And English, sorry. So I'm just giving the other source of information is history. User previously said I'm visiting Paris for 3 days with kids. So this is like history, the previous memory source that is the user is giving to the model that they are traveling and staying for 3 days with kids. So the model should understand all of these. And now it's a user query. The questions that the person is asking to the agent. What should we do tomorrow? So it has all the source of information it does. If it is in translation model, we just gave the source of translations and what all the latest communication words and terms people are using, the native speakers. That way you can elaborate. Now the results that we get from the LLM as a reply API search. So Laurie tickets available at 10 a.m., $17 per euros per adult, and kids are free. So this can be uh, used or can be taken as an recommendations from a model for a user's query. So this is the way the context window actually works. So it has like a full set of information that it need to perform, and it gives in response. Okay. Now, prompt versus context engineering. What is prompt and context engineering? Both are not same, definitely. You will have prompts inside context engineering, but not in general differentiated from each other. No. Prompt is generic that AI what need to be done from the user. So I don't have access to your Q3 sales report. Could you please provide the data? In response, it is saying, because the user asks, summarize the Q3 sales report, because it does not have any information about it, internal stuff. So context, we are providing the link or the source about what it is and role and the PDF files for Q3 report, everything, the history entirely. And query has been made, summarize the Q3 sales report and compare to Q2. So this is a response from the AI. So it is a professional way of writing a prompt to an AI agent, and it is actually speaking about the entire model in for the future. So it is not about simply prompt anymore. So how context engineering works, we know. Instructions we need to make, and RAG we can use if it is around a large set of data. So we can have the vector database for embeddings, and conversation memory, because we need to give the source or the history of what it need to have the entirely previously, like to track, and the structured output, I mean in a required format at maybe a JSON markdown, a specific template. So what format that we want, and tool integrations, any tool that we need to integrate into database or web source, anything we can give it to. So these are like before getting the answers. If it is needed, you can include, or you can skip any of that. If you don't have any tools, you don't have to have. Now let's see how this entire thing works. I mean, with a quick demo. So travel planner, I'm just, okay, let's say like code review will take. If we give role to it, it generates a response like relevancy, accuracy. As a senior engineer, I see a few potential issues. So it understands and gives like as a basic view on it. So we are giving constraints to it. Yeah, we have given conditions like how it need to be evaluated or previewed. Next, we are giving user preference. Let's see, it is almost there, and it gave like issues found, and it is sorted in based on the severity. Now, knowledge. So with that, it gives a proper response, two blockers, two suggestions, and no new developments. So it is giving the entire thing that is required for the code review. Actually, how code review need to be worked. So this is a actual workflow of context playground, where if you give a proper context to LLM, because you can't just expect LLM to be better. No, LLM is always, I mean, it is already better. What you need to do is you should find a way to consume that LLM. I mean, consume in a better way from LLM. So that is why this entire context engineering happened, and it is a hot topic, and people are expecting everybody to do this in order to perform or build a efficient workflow. So I hope this video finds you well. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.